You know that feeling when you take a bite of something and it's just incredible? Like a rich, slow-cooked bolognese, or maybe a perfectly seared steak. It's not just salty, it's not sweet, it's something else, something deeper. Well, today, we're diving into that something else. We're talking about the fifth taste, the one that makes food truly unforgettable. So let me ask you something. What in the world do Parmesan cheese, a super ripe tomato, and a big, hearty stew all have in common? I mean, they seem totally different, right? But they all share this secret weapon, a flavor that is so satisfying, but kind of hard to describe. It's that savory kick that just makes you go, and want another bite. You've known this flavor forever. It's the soul of a good chicken soup. It's the savory punch you get from a great burger. It's the thing that makes food feel like a warm hug. This deep, comforting sensation we all just instinctively love, even if we don't really have a word for it. Well, guess what? That mystery flavor isn't a mystery anymore. It actually has a name, and knowing it is a total game changer. So let's pull back the curtain and finally give this flavor the credit it deserves. And that word is umami. It's pronounced umami. It's a Japanese word, and it literally means pleasant, savory taste, which is just perfect, right? But this isn't just some cool foodie term. It's now scientifically recognized as the fifth basic taste. And get this is not some new discovery. The story of umami actually starts way back in 1908. A Japanese chemist, Dr. Kikune Ikeda, was fascinated by the flavor of his wife's seaweed broth, called kombu dashi. He just knew it wasn't salty, sweet, sour, or bitter. It was something new. So he went on a mission to figure it out. And what he found changed food science forever. So here's the really important part. Umami isn't a combination of other tastes. It's its own thing. It sits right there at the table with the big four we all learned in science class: sweet, salty, sour, and bitter. It's a fundamental, distinct taste all on its own. Okay, so we know what it's called, but what is it really? Like, what's happening on a chemical level when that savory goodness hits your tongue? All right, let's geek out for a minute and unpack the science behind this amazing sensation. The star of the show here is an amino acid called glutamate. Now, think of it this way. Your tongue has these tiny little receptors, which are like locks. Glutamate is the key. When that glutamate key fits into the umami lock, bam! It sends a signal straight to your brain that says, hey, we've got umami here. And this stuff is naturally in so many foods we already love. But here's where it gets even cooler. Glutamate has a couple of sidekicks that make it way more powerful. You've got inosinate, which you find in meats and fish, and guanylate, which is in stuff like dried mushrooms. Now, these guys on their own don't taste like much, but when you pair them with glutamate, oh, it's like a flavor explosion. It's a synergy where 1 + 1 = like 10. It's the reason a mushroom and beef burger is just so ridiculously savory and delicious. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the kitchen. MSG. For years, this stuff has gotten a really bad rap, but here's the actual science. MSG is just glutamate with a sodium ion attached to stabilize it. That's it. Whether you get your glutamate from a ripe tomato or from a shaker of MSG, your body sees the exact same molecule. It can't tell the difference because there is no difference. They are chemically identical. MSG is just a super concentrated, pure way to add that umami punch to your food. Okay, science lesson is officially over. Now for the really fun part. How do you use this knowledge to make everything you cook taste ridiculously good? Let's open up your umami toolkit and see what we're working with. Think of this list as your umami treasure map. This amazing flavor is literally hiding in plain sight in so many ingredients you probably already have. We're talking about things like Parmesan cheese, mushrooms, soy sauce, anchovies, even things like cured meats and rich broths. These are your go-to building blocks for creating dishes with incredible savory depth. So how do you actually do it? It's really a simple 3-step process. First, just start with one of those umami-rich ingredients we just talked about. Second, and this is where the magic really happens, you layer them. Remember those sidekicks we mentioned? By combining different sources, like tomatoes and Parmesan, you create that incredible flavor synergy. And finally, use time and heat. Things like slow cooking or roasting actually break down proteins and release even more of that natural glutamate, taking your dish to a whole new level. But have you ever wondered why we crave this flavor so much? I mean, it's more than just tastes good. There's a deep, primal reason our brains are literally hardwired to seek out umami. This quote really says it all. From an evolutionary perspective, umami is a survival tool. It's our brain's built-in detector for nutritious food. When we taste umami, it screams to our brain, hey, this has protein and amino acids. You know, the essential building blocks our bodies need to function and be strong. It's basically nature's way of pointing us toward the good stuff.
Let's break down what's happening. As you can see, the biggest job umami has is signaling that we are eating protein. But it also does these other two fantastic things. It actually makes you salivate more, which is why umami-rich foods have that amazing mouth-filling texture. And it creates this profound sense of satisfaction, that feeling of being full and content after a great meal. It's a total triple threat.
So, the next time you're in the kitchen, don't just think about salt or sugar. Think about umami. Now that you know the secret to what makes food deeply, truly savory, you have this incredible power to make your cooking go from good to absolutely unforgettable. The possibilities are endless. So my only question for you is, what are you gonna cook first?